Hello and welcome back to Amnesia Illuminated. Last time we made our way through the prison, which of course cannot go back, for the door will not budge. We are now trapped with forward progress, I suppose, in the entrance to the cistern. This area of the game, again, it's another unique area of the game. There are so many unique areas to this game. It's pretty damn impressive. This area acts more like a hub area, and we have some amazing doors over here that won't budge. Broken stairs. I like how we have two sets of very similarly broken stairs. I wonder how that came about. Oh, actually, I believe there is a... if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a thing under here? Move to the side. Or am I remembering something that's just not correct? I think I'm remembering something that's just not correct. I'm sure there is a thing in here that is useful to me, but I forget exactly where it is. Oh well, it's not important. Is it one of the pipes, maybe? Well, I say important. It's not that important. I think somewhere in here there is a bottle of lamp oil that I forget exactly where it is. I'm sure I'll find it. Maybe. Let us, before we progress any further, check this lovely tunnel. Oh. It's flooded. How far can we wade down? We can wade down this far. This water is too deep to traverse safely. And also you might notice here, as well, there's a subtle green mist emanating out of the water-flooded hole. We have two things we must do here. We must first... well, actually, our character doesn't even know that we have to do one of them, but we must... we've learned that we need to clear out... get rid of the water from the pipes there, from the sewer. The lever is stuck, and its gears need to be greased. We have a glass jar. I wonder if we can fill it with this oil we might have just walked past here. Hey, look, we can. What a surprise. I do love this puzzle. This glass jar is the same glass jar we just used in the prison to get past the rusty... wait, no, it was to use the... it was to... man, my brain, I can't think of the word for acid. Yes, we used it to collect the acid, didn't we? Right, we... oh. Yeah, look at this. I like this bit, actually. I like how the game is very direct in... ah, well, the ladder didn't come down because it didn't even tell you the ladder doesn't come down because of the pipe. Well, I mean... you know, logic would dictate... look, and it's pretty obvious after you do it the second time that this is the right thing to do. Because it's, you know, pretty much worked at this point. Do we keep the jar? I don't think we keep the jar. Oh, no, we do keep the jar. Okay, we keep the jar for one more thing. Also, I'd like to point out there are red petals here, strewn around this area. Daniel remembers being here one time in the past. I really wonder where that jar of stuff is that I've completely forgotten. Well, as you discovered, or even as a regular player would discover, you're trapped in this area with the only way forward being the ladder. However, it is pretty obvious that there are two other doors up here. How do we get to these? Well, you may have already noticed there are things up here. The perspective on the ladder pretty much is designed to make it so you so you notice the obvious two distinct platforms up above. Some of these, or all of these, in fact, I have to admit, I don't know why they're set up like this. It's kind of really weird, but you know, whatever. It makes for a pretty interesting game mechanic. We can attempt to lower these. Oh, we picked up a note. I do believe this is a note, not a memento. No, this is a memento, sorry. It is a memento. Repair the machine powering the eastern bridge. So the eastern bridge is stuck, yet this one is working fine. Also, this water raining down from the pipe up there. Lovely. I think this is the cistern over here, isn't it? Yes, we could go to the cistern. In fact, actually, we will go to the cistern. Let's go to the cistern right now. In the cistern, we have one very specific task to perform, which is we've got to lower the water level in the sewer, which is otherwise flooded and inaccessible. This is another one of those areas where I think I do actually want to be insane. Oh, do I want to come back here and do the thing where you go completely insane? Nothing really changes, as I recall. I think the only thing that changes is if you go... Oh, yeah, we have to listen to Alexander.
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
I loved Alexander's well at Daniel. Daniel, he's like an engineer talking to someone who just barely grasps the possibilities. Like, he tells Daniel that, yes, you can be used for all kinds of things, and Daniel's immediately like drinking? You can drink it. But that's not really why I collect all this water. So essentially the cistern is just a massive water tank, pretty much. Given its name, it's pretty obvious. Now, as I recall, the trick here is there are 3 puzzles. Oh, yes, I forgot to point this out. Let's point this out now. Hop across here. What's that sound? A faint murmur echoes through the large empty chamber. You know, this particular thing always made me wonder. It made me question my sanity. I'm aware that this is a game and thus I should not question my sanity, but this particular moment makes me question most of my sanity. If there's someone in there, and they should be able to hear me outside, right? I mean, surely they should. Anyway, so it sounds like there's someone might be in here, or someone might be up there, or someone might be attached to these pipes here. And the pipes indicate where you have to go in order to complete the area, of course. Now, as I was saying before, if you're in this area and you're completely insane, or have very high insanity, a mortar monster will spawn. I'm not sure if I want to do that, because it doesn't really change the difficulty of the area. There are also hints like that there may be water monsters around. Of course, the game has already taught us that we need to avoid the water, and all of these puzzles pretty much require you to avoid the water in any case. We also get some of, I think this is some of Daniel's diary here.
7th August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
Some interesting notes here, actually. Let's just go back to these quickly. So, oh, wait, no, we want diaries. No, we want diaries, the middle one. So this one's actually quite interesting. So this is where Daniel realizes that, yes, there's a bit more to what's going on with him than just reality. Something a bit beyond the obvious is going on, hence why he describes it as magic, probably. Of course, in this universe, it almost certainly isn't magic, but whatever. Maybe it is magic, who knows? But whatever. What's curious, though, is he actually starts indicating that he kind of likes Alexander, because he sort of describes him as being a Da Vinci, and Yeah, that's quite an interesting thing where he's just like, yeah, it's kind of like Da Vinci. Of course, what he believes to be true at this point is not quite so true. That is to say, the inner sanctum and getting rid of the shadow. Yes, I'm sure that's possible. Well, I'm sure we'll find out exactly how that goes later. Well, that's actually quite interesting. So, it also indicates that Alexander has tried several means with which to acquire what he needs and can only get from people under great stress. He's tried alchemy, which we've learnt before. Of course, he's got the anatomy studies, which of course is pretty much what's going on. And botany, so he has tried, presumably, to acquire vitae from plants as well, although no doubt has failed. What does this even say? Ah, yes. Redirect sewer water. Direclinatoria. No. Direclitori. No. Man, Latin's a hard language. Declinato. Fluxum. Aqua cloacae. Fluxum's quite an interesting word there, because fluxum suggests fluctuating, which means changing direction, of course, hence redirect. Aqua, water, cloacae, could sewer, maybe? Probably sewer. Let's turn the wheel. And suddenly the room gets significantly darker. A sudden wind blowing out the torches in the area. And in fact, we also get a memento about it as well. There are valves in the cistern to redirect water from the sewer. Indeed. we've already figured this out. That's what the sign said, Daniel. Now, if you listen in the background... Suddenly, hey look, there's now water coming down out of this pipe. Not very much water, mind you. Water has begun to slowly fill the chamber. But it sounds like someone might be struggling. The voice we heard before now is in greater difficulty than before. Right, now I am inclined to stay out of the water as much as possible, but I've failed. I've actually got kind of stuck here. What? Come on, there we go. Because, you know, water in this game, mostly a bad thing. In fact, actually, I'm going to do it to the point that I'm going to go do this one first. I don't think, I'm not even insane at all, am I? Yeah, I'm completely clear. As you can see, this area is pretty straightforward, just kind of a bit of a run and go puzzle. Nothing too difficult. Although, I think to find Daniel's note, we actually have to go all the way over here. In this area. Wait, are there actually two... Yeah, there are actually two wheels over here. I forgot there are actually four in here. But, the water making suspicious noises. Daniel's note is actually there. I'm just curious if there's anything over here. No, nothing. Right, get the second part of Daniel's diary and see what he learns.
8th August, 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying. But Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
So here we learn that the red fleshy stuff that we've been experiencing throughout the castle is actually directly related to the shadow, according to Alexander. Whether or not that's true, we you know, maybe we'll find out. But apparently the orb shadow is closer than Alexander thought. This is quite interesting because, again, as you may recall, the shadow when it chased Agrippa was way faster and way more aggressive towards Agrippa than anyone else. We're redirecting more sewer water here. Sure, let's just turn. Plunge into even greater darkness. Funnily enough, the sounds we hear now are not necessarily that of the shadow. Let's get a bit of light in here. But certainly something is going on every time we open one of these. I'm assuming this is redirecting the sewer water. Doesn't actually say. Oh wait, no, actually this one. I'm an idiot. This one just turns these pipes off. We could realise I've got 40 tinder boxes, but I'm not coming down this tunnel again. Now I want to go back and have a listen to what this guy sounds like at this point. Okay, that's meant to make me scared, and make me think that there's in fact a water monster coming to get me. Could be true. Might be true. So get in there. I want a bit of a closer listen. Ooh, careful, Daniel. Nearly fell there. That wouldn't be good. Let's light this. We're coming back here a few times. So now the water is flowing faster. And the guy, or the voice, should I say, sounds significantly more panicked. Water rushing into the chamber makes a strange sound. I wonder if that's Daniel telling himself that that's not a person in there. That can't be a person in there. How could there be a person? I can't like that. It's a little too far away. There are, in fact, there's in fact one more pipe to adjust, and then we are out of here. But there is yet another puzzle to solve. I like how this area is quite well lit up, and in fact, actually, I mean, this must take a particularly forgetful person to not remember that they have in fact been to an area in such a small area. But the torches being out indicates, you know, you've already been there. Also, as I recall, there are a couple of ways you can do this. Although I'm actually not sure. Actually. I've kind of forgotten how to do this one. Oh wait, no, you are supposed to do this. You're supposed to grab one of these rocks. Yeah, I thought you were. I was looking around to see where they were. And just kind of toss it at the chain, as I recall. Easy puzzle solving. Pipes over there. Ooh, bit of a platforming action. Platforming action in first-person games often sucks quite a lot. Just because, you know, it does. Also, you could probably just climb these rocks. I must admit, I've never tried that. I've always taken the direct approach. And here's Daniel's final note for the area.
9th of August, 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
It's funny, actually, because at this point in Daniel's diary, he is yet to figure out Alexander's true intent. And he's beginning to wonder what is Alexander's true intent, of course, because why does he want to use the orb? Well, of course, we've somewhat learnt at this point that he wants to make his way back to the world he came from. But it requires an orb to do so. I love how my computer actually goes down to 30 FPS when I look over in this direction. It comes back up to 60 over here. That's a little strange. I didn't notice that previously. Oh well. Alright, let's activate the final wheel. And I do actually want to go back to the big water tank to have a listen to see what's going on next. I don't think I've ever done that after turning the final wheel because there's actually no reason to stay here after this. We also get a sanity boost because as far as Daniel's concerned, we've solved the puzzle. Even though our sanity was already maxed out there, so we can get back across here. Because it's at this point that if you're too insane, a water monster does actually come into the area. Unfortunately, our sanity is crystal clear, so there shouldn't be one. But I'm always very concerned about such things. In fact, it should be possible to test for them by throwing objects into the water. Doesn't seem like there is one here right now, so let's just go. Easy. Now, can we hear... Personally, we'll also note how this torch over here stayed lit, despite the wind over there. So the wind clearly didn't come over here. Can we hear anything here? The water is really flowing in now. If there was someone in here, they're not in here anymore. Well, not in one form at least. The voice went silent. Oh, I must admit, I've never seen that note before. Oh, that's a pretty good one, Daniel. Well done, Daniel. I think we killed the guy in there. The thing is, it could even just be Daniel's imagination. Now, is it this way? Yeah. Wait, is it this way? No, it's the other way. I've gone the wrong way. I'm stupid. I've gone the wrong way. As you can see, we're actually safe. There is no water monster around here. We're good. Now, as we head this way, if I'm not mistaken, or am I mistaken? I guess I am mistaken. Huh. I vaguely remember being attacked by the shadow here, or the shadow manifesting. I must be imagining that, however. So we have now, if I haven't missed everything, which I'm pretty certain I haven't, especially since the voice stopped, right? I think the voice stopping is meant to be your clue that, yep, you're done here. You've killed the guy, if there even was a guy, and you can go back to whence you came. As you can see here, the water has in fact receded. However, as we approach here, yep. Yeah, we can't go down there. Oh man, are we super poisoned? No, we're fine. We can't go down there. Despite taking all that damage, we're actually fine. However, we have to cure ourselves. So let us see if we can do that. But actually, guys, for now, I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. In the next episode, we will make our way through the sewers after acquiring the means to go through the sewers safely. For now, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. For now, guys, goodbye.